certain fate. And we'll make our final stand. Lost in the dark, we've come so far. Another step to rid the pain. Go and be counted till your last day, 'cause only nightmares break their flames. So stand upon these fallen lands.
And we are.
And that's why we want to murder the cow.
Which one? That's the important question.
I'll give you a hint. It casts fireball.
Yeah, the only cow that's worth murdering.
Hey, there are a couple cows you can murder.
You leave my cow alone.
Hey, if they're being sacrificed for any sort of meat product goodness, then it's not murder.
But you got you.
We're just passing on. We're just passing on their juicy love to someone else.
Which, you know, you really have to ask yourself: would a steak made out of a minotaur taste the same as if you made it out of a normal cow?
No, it tastes like human flesh. Don't ask how I know.
Well, no. See, you of course skin it like you would do a cow.
I regret this conversation.
It sounds like we need to eat a minotaur and find out. Anyone know a minotaur that needs to be flayed?
Yes. Look, this is this is the same question. This is the same question I had back in like the early days of WoW, of why couldn't I skin PvP opponents? Flesh could be made into leather.
Yeah.
Did you play a Forsaken? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I played a Blood Elf.
Same difference. Questionable morality. Yep. Okay.
Or at least the very least point, why couldn't we skin Tauren? They were just giant cows.
Pretty much.
Anyway,
they had hooves.
Anyway, dark conversations aside, how are all of you?
Minorly wounded and okay.
Minorly wounded and okay.
I pulled a fox.
Horrible, shitty.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
pulling a fox can, like, and I don't mean any disrespect by this, could mean many things. Did you break your arm and decide to play D&D today?
No. I smashed my middle finger into a countertop, the side of a granite countertop.
Fun.
Because one of the kitties was being an asshole.
Sometimes sacrifices need to be made.
I saved the orchid.
I guess it was for a worthy cause then.
It was.
Yes, but the reason I had to save it was because of this.
Yeah, that makes sense. She's like, I am innocent of these crimes.
Oh hell, dumb cat.
She's like, I'm tired of your fucking blaspheming human.
It's like, don't put my crimes on display for everybody.
I mean, it's a cat. They're known criminals. Oh, so last week was interesting to say the least. You discovered that the forest that you are currently in is under some sort of shifting time curse, where time seems to be speeding up every morning. Yuriko kind of found this out the hard way by aging 3 years. The signs of the 3 years time passing as well, with overgrown hair and fingernails and all that fun stuff. Everyone else though was inside the inside Chemic's Harry Potter tent, so nobody suffered any ill effects inside of there, save for Nolani, who was under some sort of curse that was slowly but surely turning her into a Wendigo.
Don't worry about
She's had a strange couple of days, that one. First eats a cookie that turns her into a child, and then gets bitten by a demonic 3-headed werewolf with heads for arms or heads for hands, and almost becomes a Wendigo and tries to eat Chemic.
Standard Tuesday stuff.
as you were trying to leave the forest, you got turned around a bit, and instead you came upon a clearing that had a small pool of water with what looked to be an cavern-like entrance at the base. Upon investigating the water, you met a strange elf-like creature with very large black eyes that convinced Mia to follow her under the water and down a series of water-like tunnels to a small cavern where a dying aboleth lay fused into the walls. Its last request of Mia was to look after the aquatic elf Chandra and see that she was able to live a full and productive life now that her services were no longer needed. After a little bit of time and resurfacing, the group began to once again tried to backtrack their way to the forest's exit and found their way to a forest clearing near Miller's Toll when you ran into the giant ettercap that had seemingly made its home in the abandoned sawmill of the town in that 3 years' time passing. And while in combat with this creature, Chantra, on her opening roll, tried to throw one of her magic rocks, failing miserably and hitting Azure Claw in the back of the head. And this rock detonated into a fireball spell, causing everybody but Alistair and Nalani to make saving throws. I didn't roll the damage, so we're going to do that now. I'm going to first take us to a map here, or the map screen that we were at when. Map, can you please calm down? Thank you. All right.
And Fireball is a dexterity save, right?
Yep. I believe we did dexterity saves previously, didn't we?
I don't think we did. I think we were about to roll
Okay.
our saves at the same time you rolled the damage, but
Yep.
we...
I'm just gonna dodge the heat.
You're fine. It's nowhere near you.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna dodge it.
I mean, a couple more levels and you literally can.
Still doesn't make any sense, but okay.
Listen, monks
Fucking
ride
monks.
the blast wave.
Oh, we're losing people.
Not this
Well-
shit again.
You know, computers need upgraded.
There we go. Okay. So if I can get everybody but Alistair and Nalani to give me dexterity saving throws.
Bring it.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Where is Yuriko on this? Oh, there's Yuriko. Yuriko.
18.
18. Okay. You are going to take 14 points of fire damage. Mia.
22.
22. You're going to take 14 points of fire damage. Azure Claw.
7.
7. You're going to take 29 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Kunkaval.
Sorry, trying to figure out why my mic wasn't picking anything up. Just so you know, Zoro got a work call.
Alrighty.
Now to answer your other question. Hey, all right. At 24-23.
All right, you'll take 14 points of fire damage. And then I'll have Chemic roll their saving throw once Zoro is back. Etrin did not succeed, and Etrin rolled a 6.
But does Fireball get etched onto his body?
That's actually a very good question. Wait, it's not a D20, it's percentiles. Huh.
Time for that famous GIF. Shame.
All right, Chantra makes it, will only take 14. Etrin takes 29, and yes, Fireball is now etched into his skin.
That's fucked.
Nice.
No, that's not fucked. That he now has access to Fireball.
I mean, what did he do to that poor man?
I don't know, but I'm tempted to go do the same thing for that curse.
Right?
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, whatever you did, tell me. Teach me your ways.
You know,
No,
if we just
Sounds cool, but we also know he's from Kamirasca, and we know the kind of shit they do to people. So,
Yeah, that is a good point.
but is it worth it?
I mean,
why
that
don't we ask
is
Juris?
But now
Yours
there
didn't
is
get
still a
that
lot
fun
of things.
curse.
There's still a lot of things we don't know, but we know that it's a new Kamirasca. We know that he's from the new Paladin Order.
so it makes you.
So hopefully things are going better.
I doubt it. It's always paladins.
It's always these paladins.
Can't trust 'em.
Oh, there's something else I need to roll. Oh shit. Okay. So, as the damage is dished out, you begin to hear an audible hiss coming from Chantra's bag, as you can see the runes from the other stones inside begin to glow bright through the burning burlap.
Check them all. Check them
That's not
all.
good. Don't say that, Rojan. I don't like
Etrin,
where this is going.
Etrin, being who he is, will run over and he picks up the bag.
Oh, it was nice knowing Hot Elf Boy while he lasted.
And he's gonna run here and he's gonna throw the bag. He's gonna take five feet back, and then he just braces.
Where does he throw the bag?
It's like
Okay.
the bag is now here.
Throw it at the monster. Okay.
We have allies near the monster, including you.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. You know, I don't have max HP anymore, but it's fine.
Give me a second. I'm trying to there we go. Just a little trash bag. That works. Kunkaval.
More than works.
Oh. Didn't realize it'd be my turn. We're so fast. Sorry. Well, considering half the party just took a lot of damage, I think it's time for healer mode. Bonus action, wild shape, to starry form,
Okay.
form of the chalice. And then, let's see here. Who amongst us look like they took some really bad damage?
Everyone looks like they
Ow.
took some bad damage.
I mean, that's fair.
It was a little charred. The bird's feathers are still on
I've
wings.
had better days.
The wings are still on fire. That's what I was looking for.
Oh,
As
shit,
you're
yeah, I didn't put my shield up to date. Yeah, I took bad damage.
Azure Claw is like Azure Claw looks like he's cosplaying a phoenix at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, that was actually an action to do that. Bonus action, I'm activating Twilight Sanctuary.
Is that your 30-foot radius thing?
Yeah.
It's time to be an angel gecko.
And Rojan, what kind of action economy is it to use one of the charges of my my skull helm that you made up for me?
That would be an action.
Okay.
Item interaction. An action.
So for now, I'm just going to then have to move. Probably. Probably right there.
Okay.
And that's all I can do for now.
All right. Is Zoro still on the call?
Yes, she is.
Okay. So we will go to the enter cap. Okay. So since Alistair is already there doing his monk BS, he's gonna make 2 attacks on you, 1 claw and 1 bite.
That's fine.
Does an 18 hit you?
Matches.
Matches, okay. And that is a 21, so both will hit. So with the bite, you're gonna take 7 points of piercing damage and 5 points of poison damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Also, my dumbass didn't get my dice ready. Give me a second.
We've all been there.
You know, still waking up. Come here. All that shit. Okay. All right. What'd you say, Con?
Yeah.
My favorite. 15.
Okay, you're fine with that. And then you're gonna take 8 points of slashing damage from the claw.
Jesus. Well, that went back to what I originally had when I had to fix up my health.
Azure Claw.
Hold on.
It's not
Alistair, you get 7 temporary HP.
Oh, God, I love you.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do 30-foot move to there. Drink one of these delicious health potions.
Oh, delicious.
I'll let you know. Could be worse. I'll take an extra 6 points that I didn't have before. And we are going to put a javelin into the We're going to put 2 javelins into the problem. What the heck's the modifier on these? Okay. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does hit.
Okay, I can live with that. First one's going to be 6 points.
6 points, okay.
And the follow-up javelin is a 22 to hit
That will most definitely hit.
for 8 damage.
Very nice. And we're back at the top with Alistair.
Brain hurt. Why you do this?
McAllister, he's got
However, you
handholds
get
sticking out of him.
10 HP.
How much?
3.
Yay! Not dead.
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to try to see if I can stunning strike it. Let's see if I hit it.
Okay.
That's not gonna fucking hit.
What'd you get?
I got a 6 plus 7, 13.
13 hits.
Oh, it does? Oh, okay.
Always check.
All right. Give me a sec here. Use that. I need a con save of 15.
Best I can do is a con save of 11.
Okay, so he is stunned until the end of my next turn.
There you go.
Okay, I get to punch him. Oh wait, hold on, I forgot to do damage. Unless that doesn't count.
No, it's you still do damage.
Okay. That is 5 plus 4, so 9 bludgeoning.
9 bludgeoning. Okay.
All right, and let's see if we can hit again.
At advantage, because he's stunned now.
Oh, perfect. Even
When's
better.
he stunned till is the better question.
End of Groudon's next turn.
Yes. So, 17 to hit.
17 will most definitely hit.
Sweet.
Giant stars make me laugh every time.
And then I'm gonna do the damage here first. Okay, so that is a 4 plus 4, so 8 bludgeoning, and I will now spend a point for a bonus action for Flurry of Blows. 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Right. That'll be 9 bludgeoning. And then, ooh, nat 20.
There you go.
Mhm.
That would be, that's, so that is.
It's max.
automatic-
Yeah, it's automatic max damage.
Yeah, so it'd be 10. So 10 plus. Fucking cock. Okay, so that is 3, 7, so 17.
17,
points of bludgeoning.
nice.
And I believe that is it.
Okay. Yuriko.
Alrighty, so Yuriko is going to move over here. She's going to bonus action. Oh, he's already cursed.
He's hexed. Yeah.
Alright, so then I can't do that.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you hexed him last round.
Oh, it's my hex.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's your
right.
hex.
Perfect. And then she's going to, as an action, do green flame blade. And he's still stunned, right?
He is still most definitely stunned. He will be stunned until the end of Alistair's next turn.
Sweet. You fucking kidding me? Bro, 2 2s.
The curse!
Like, what the fuck? Seriously? Son of a...
Good curse.
Yeah. All right, so then I'm going to burn a superiority die because fuck that stupidity.
Okay.
So hold on. Where's my d8s? And the only reason why I'm doing this is because AC is garbage, so I'm hoping I can push myself up into a hit.
So you did what, 4 damage with GFB?
Well, I have to roll to hit first.
Oh, okay.
Nothing happens. I rolled 2 2s for the attack because he's stunned, so I have advantage. But I rolled 2 2s, which is why I'm pissed.
What's the total that you got?
Motherfucker. All right, I rolled total of 10.
10 hits.
To hit. Are you okay? My God, that is like the lowest I can roll without it being a fucking critical fucking fail. Fuck all 3 of you dice. Get out of my face. You guys suck. You know what it was? Because these motherfuckers were rolling like fucking rock stars on my game over the weekend. Motherfuckers.
They're like, we
Jeez.
love you, but we hate you.
Yeah, now they fucking hate my guts, son of a bitch. So D8 for fire. And I have another D8 for the actual boomerang itself. Oh, and hex, so that's another D6. You want it all separated out?
Nope.
All right, so that is 5 and 6 is 11, 14 plus 4. That is 18 plus another 3. That's 21 total.
Okay. Mia.
Let's see how far. Okay, it's like 25 feet away. I am going to draw a little arcane glyph in the air pointed at the direction of this creature. Cast Connection. So I need the creature to make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw of 17.
17 meets it, beats it. It succeeds. So nothing happens with that. And I am going to then pop the quick release on my wing harness. Move over here, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Monster has a bloody nose.
Nalani.
We're going to start with the bonus action to give him a blood curse of the marked, which gives me extra damage.
So sorry. I keep forgetting.
Wait, are you
it's pretty good.
cursing? Are you cursing the monster?
The
With a
blood
blood curse.
curses count differently from other.
Yep.
Yeah.
other
You could
curses.
blood curse
Oh,
and
okay.
hex.
Ah, okay, that's fucking OP craziness.
Yuriko, 3 temp HP. Mia, 7 temp HP.
Thank you, sir.
Well, those 2 dice
There
are
we
rolling
go.
like garbage, but
Caught
that's
up.
going to be a 12 to hit.
12 will hit.
Awesome. We're going to do... Well, that's also crap. 7 slashing and 5 radiant.
How do you want to do this?
Well,
For thematics, can I basically use the javelins to spring up and then come down with the glaive, kind of trying to, as far as I can get into him, split him in two.
Sure. So Nalani kind of rushes forward and leaps off this thing's leg and uses the javelins that were embedded into it from Azure Claw to get a little more height, and it jumps up and catches it like right in the middle of the head and just is able to cleave the head and entwine, but the rest of its body being as disproportionate and bulbous as it is, you really don't catch much as you come down, but it falls over completely dead. Give me a second because there's something I need.
That scares
I'm
me.
afraid.
Yeah, that scares me too.
DM should not be grabbing
He's
books.
going
He's
for-
going
no!
for a physical book. Oh, we're so fucked. We're so fucked.
I have
So
I have to
fucked.
grab the book because I don't have this book in Roll20, and there's something I need to check here.
No!
I'm
Have
afraid.
you ever tried not checking? That's a good question.
Yeah, but see, that's never good.
Well, let's see here. Has Nalani's turn officially ended?
Yes, Nalani's turn has ended.
Well, my
Damn.
question is,
Three
is
temp HP.
if there's a
Nalani.
roll involved, I will roll
All of
it.
it helps. All of it helps.
Your mother.
Here it is. So, I'll let one of you roll as well. I need percentiles from one person.
It's on you, Gradon. Get us
Yep.
out of this alive.
All right, I called this. I called it beforehand. Just 1 percentile roll.
Just 1 percentile roll.
Okay. 81.
81. Okay. So now, Groudon, I will let you choose of what effect happens when the bag detonates. Are you going to take yours of an 81 or mine of a 95?
Oh, fuck. Should I take yours? That's a good question.
He's not gonna tell you.
You know what? How about this? I will let the DM decide. You can choose which numbers.
No.
No?
Like, this is on you. You choose.
He knows which is which.
You know what? I will even give you a hint. I'm rolling off of the chaos table.
Oh shit. Just flip a coin.
Not good for
Make-
anyone.
95, go.
95.
Doesn't
Okay.
Feel any better?
Everyone here, I need, you can choose either an intelligence or a charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
The DC for or the DC for it is the same.
It's all the same. That's
Dice have
it.
betrayed me.
Yeah, but your dice have helped me.
Fuck.
All right, so we're gonna go around in a circle. We're gonna go around the table here. Both Etrin and Jantra make it, so nothing happens to them. Alistair. I'm sorry, not Alistair. Yuriko.
21.
Okay, you'll pass. Mia,
14.
you'll pass. Nalani,
30-20.
you'll pass. Alistair,
12?
you'll pass.
Oh,
Azure Claw,
it has to be a low roll.
2, you'll fail. And Kunkaval,
16.
you'll pass. So so this wave of like rainbow like energy just is propelled out of this bag as it just explodes. As you could see, just like sparks just flying up in the air, just like a fireworks display going off. And as it passes through everybody, you get like a little tinge that runs through you, but nothing too weird. As you kind of just shake it off. Azure Claw, you don't have teeth, do you? You only have the beak.
I have a beak.
You have the beak. So you sit there and you kind of feel weird as then you like from like what you can see in your eyesight, and those of you who are looking at him, you kind of see like his beak kind of like starting to flutter as it turns into like a small gathering of moths and flies off.
Wait, we now have a beakless bird?
You now have a beakless bird.
That's creepy.
That's not okay.
That's
Not okay.
fucked.
Certain levels.
Yo, did Azure Claw just get Daffy
just, like,
ducked?
Gaping
Yeah.
hole?
Did.
Is it just a gaping hole?
He did just get Daffy ducked.
Can we get him like a gas mask or something? Like, fuck.
The one that
Right,
ground
just
and rolled, if you would have failed your rolls, you would have gained 1d4 times 10 pounds.
At least that you can work it off.
You know what? I was happy that ground didn't roll any lower, because the one above that was it summoned a boat.
Oh, the curse
boat
of
is
the
back for
boat.
revenge.
I love when I have to roll off that table so much.
All right, I'm sorry. Like, if we get the summon boat, it has to be the boat on the mountain.
Yeah.
Like,
Suddenly
it,
disappears
like,
here.
it, like somehow, some way, that stupid fucking bell rings, and the boat just fucking donks wherever the hell we happen to be.
Who puts a boat out here?
Azure Claw looks minorly terrified of what just happened.
She goes up to Azure Claw, and then she looks over at Kunkuval. She's like, "Can you fix that?" And then she just motions her face. 'Cause there's no...
Can you fix this?
Can you fix that?
all I can imagine is like your mouth is like this with your nose.
like,
Yeah.
like I have no idea. It's like your beak turned to fucking balls and flew away. And she's just like, what the fuck happened? Like, can that be fixed?
There's an important question here. Does he still have his tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it just flopping out there?
Yeah.
pretty much what the description says
Oh.
is all the teeth in your mouth turn into moths and fly away.
Be thankful it's not your eyes. They turn into potatoes and drop.
Yeah, no.
Spiffy, thank you for that resub.
With magic.
I love that table.
Oh my god.
This is what happened.
I was laughing to myself because, of course, it's Groudon, the only person who's played an Entropy Mage, gets to roll on that table again.
I'm so happy. You have no idea.
Like she'll offer Azure Claw like a scarf or something to kind of hide that.
I will take the scarf.
'Cause I'm pretty sure, like, the open mouth thing is bad.
Not to mention
The cold?
it's a little bit disturbing.
It's bad dental hygiene.
I'll flap up to him.
Okay.
I'll try lesser restoration. I don't know if it can work, but it's the only thing I can really try.
Okay. You walk over and you flap over him, and you put your hand on Azure Claw and you cast Lesser Restoration, and you could see the piece of cloth that's over Azure Claw's like lower face begin to like jut out a little bit as your beak slowly begins to reform.
Ah, no beak.
I would have been like, I can't
Have bug.
Never again.
Like Yuriko goes like, I didn't do it. It's like,
Wasn't me.
And Chandra kind of
It's
like runs over and just like has her hands up to her face. I am so sorry. I didn't know that would happen. I'm good at making them. I'm not really good at throwing them.
Was she an entropy mage? Or just like a rune mage?
Well, she had a very large collection of empowered stones in that bag. And when the fireball went off and hit it, it sort of started activating them. And so when it detonated, it was just sort of a clusterfuck
Like
of magic
Yeah.
that just repelled out.
Pretty much.
so now she has no. Oh God. Like oh God, I might kill myself for this. But like I have a bag of like, you know, magic stones too. Does anything happen to mine even though I made my save?
No, your stones are fine. These were specifically
Okay.
her stones. He taught me how to make them. They're really powerful, but they're very, very volatile. They don't like to come in contact with other things magic.
We need to get you an anti-magic bag.
This is why no one likes
Need
magic.
better storage.
Yes, maybe. That's all I had was a bag down there. I am so sorry.
Magic bag.
Is there anything left of like the empowered stone collection, or is it just like a scorch mark on the ground?
Just like various pieces of burning burlap.
Well,
And she reaches into like one of her pockets. She pulls out the small handful of stones that Mia gave her. I still have these, but maybe I keep them normal until we need them.
Yes, and when we get back to town, we'll try and find you more resilient storage for them. It was an honest mistake. Sometimes magic just goes awry.
Yes, but
We're all
he did warn me that could happen. I just now know to make lesser or make one at a time.
Yes, it's all a learning experience for all of us.
I mean,
died.
every one of those stones is completely random, so I really don't have control over that.
Good to know.
Goon Koval's going to look at the ground and find like a pine cone or a stone or something. He's going to grab that item up and hand it to her. Also, work on aim.
Yes, I haven't really had a lot of practice at throwing things. Well, at people anyway. I threw things at walls all the time.
I should invest a
always hit wall.
slingshot.
What's a slingshot?
Could help.
Something to make it easier to aim a rock at someone. Or a pebble. Or a metal ball.
I must
Really
find
aiming inside of it.
I must find a slingshot. That may help.
We'll put one on the shopping list.
And Etrin walks back, and he is just from like the front part of his body from like the tip of his head down to his feet. He is just covered in just multicolored dust.
He's a rainbow fruity.
It looks like a bunch of small fae flew at him at high speeds and just splattered all over him.
It's fruity pebbles.
There's a bit of sparkle to it as well, but
I'll
you know,
up to him.
it kind of looks like he fell into a vat of Fun Dip.
I'll
Poor dude.
go up to him and give him a hug, and then like dust him off. And Thank you for doing that. That was quick thinking.
I'm just happy that that was all that happened.
Yes, you and me both.
I honestly was contemplating the risks of myself being disintegrating, being so close to the blasts. I guess getting painted as a child's art project is a welcome outcome.
It could have been much, much worse for all of us.
Indeed. Everyone okay?
Seems that
Mostly.
Quickly, who needs healing? So everybody
It's
raises
just like
their hand.
everybody raises their hand.
Lonnie's fine.
I'm still like patting out fire on my feathers at this point.
Kunkaval, if you want to heal half, I can heal the other half.
I can heal as well.
I'll sit this one out. The only damage I took was for myself.
I'm going to do who looks the worst right now? Probably Mia and Azure.
Mia, Azure Claw, and I would say Alistair took quite a hit from the Eder cap.
That's right. Alistair.
Aye.
You're gonna get cure wounds at 3rd level.
Okay.
Where are my 8? Okay, so 20 points of healing to you.
And what was it? 20 something?
20 points.
Oh,
20
perfect.
HP.
That's as enough as I need.
Then because of Starry Palace, we're gonna send this one over to Mia. You're going to get. Sorry, still I don't remember all this. There. You're going to get 11 points of healing.
Thank you.
How are you looking?
Quite good.
Okay, good. Then cast. We'll cast another 3rd level cure wounds at Azurclaw. Uh, 22 points of healing to you, Azurclaw.
22. That is not the right number. That is.
And the chalice. Oh, nice. This one's going to. I know she didn't roll, but Kamek would have taken damage
Okay.
one way or another, right?
Yeah.
So this one's going to Kamek as 13 points of healing, so I'll remember that. And anybody else?
Jericho will take some healing if there's any left.
Sure.
If you wish to save your spells, Kunkoval, I can heal the rest.
Yes.
And he reaches
Perhaps best.
he reaches behind his hair, and you see him pull out a bit of light from one of the tattoos on the back of his head, and he places it on the ground and begins casting Prayer of Healing.
Ooh, everyone gets.
Yep. And this is Prayer of Healing at 3rd level.
Oh wow.
Can I do something real quick before that casting goes off?
Yeah, if you want to.
It takes 10
It
minutes.
takes 10 minutes. Yeah. So you.
Oh,
So
perfect. Okay.
yeah, prayer of healing is a 10-minute ritual. So you have 10 minutes to do what you need to do.
Okay. I am, since I know healing is coming, I'm going to pop my Aegis shield here by depleting. How much of my HP can I do this for?
Like, oh, free healing. Let me hurt
5
myself.
then, right?
Yeah, right.
We're level 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
You are
I
correct.
am going to reduce my current HP all the way down to 3.
Cool.
Give me an Aegis shield that has 33 hit points.
Okay. And so everybody will gain 19 hit points from the prayer of healing.
Push me back to full.
Yay, I'll take the 1 point to go to full.
Third level.
In the same boat.
And that 1 point was for my blood maledict, not from, or my right, not from the monster.
Sorry, how much healing was it?
19. He gives Mia a concerned look. You look worse than you were before I cast that. Did you hurt yourself again?
My magic is very unique in that it
He kind of like walks over to you as he's pulling another bit of light out of his arm, and he kind of presses it into your shoulder.
No. Hold on.
Let me hurt myself some more.
I can, yeah.
Were you really gonna hurt yourself some more?
And you're gonna be healed for another 12. He's like, you need to stop doing that.
Well, I'm feeling quite good now.
Yeah, I got better.
But I am a little bit concerned that Kunkaval here has depleted much of his magical reservoir to help us.
Well, maybe if you stopped hurting yourself, I would stop having to heal you.
And Etrin like motions over to Kunkaval. What he said. Your magic is very powerful, but it comes at a very stupid price.
That it does, but as you said, it is very powerful. Kunkaval, I can replenish some of your reservoirs if you'd like.
Hmm?
So how many spell slots are you down?
2 level 3, 2 level 2.
2 level 3 and 2 level 2. Okay. So this is where the bullshit of Vitamancy wizards comes into play. I'm going to sit down with you, if you will allow me, to cast a ritual, so 10 minutes. And in the process, I am going to reduce my current HP by 20 and my max HP by 10 and restore your 2 level 2 spell slots by casting Benediction.
I'm grateful, but at the same time, I'm like, I would have to spend those same 2 slots to get you back up that HP.
Normally you would, but I've still got all my first level spell slots and I can heal myself. Plus I now have a shield with 30 plus HP that I can also rejuvenate.
All right.
How late is it getting? Do you know if that was part of our second travel that we ended up out here?
The sun is getting pretty low. It looks like you guys are going to be spending another day in this forest.
If we're spending another day here, I suggest we use Kimmick's tent again. And
That's
everyone goes
fine.
in.
If you wish to use Chemic's tent again, you most definitely can.
Sure, let's all not try to kill each other.
All right, so are you doing anything while, or doing anything before you all settle down for the night?
Molly does not feel as exhausted, so she will go ahead and cook dinner.
Okay.
If I have to hunt for it, I'll hunt for it.
How grand of a meal are you looking to make here?
Not shitty, but I'm not making a feast.
So pretty much basic dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something to get us through the night.
I'll say that you have this, you have supplies for you to make a basic dinner, but if you wanted to hunt for a bit more meat, you definitely could.
Yeah, I probably should, so I have something to make for breakfast.
Okay.
Because we are going to get low on supplies soon.
All right, go ahead and give me a survival check, since you're going to go out hunting.
Survival. And then I also have the Outlander background where I can get food for 5 people.
Yep. Survival, but you're going to Sam's Club.
Yep. 21.
Nice.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 on that one.
So
Dice like me.
you're gone for about an hour and a half. But upon returning, you've bagged a decent sized elk. And with your skills in survival as an Outlander, you're able to secure a decent amount of meat off of this thing. And when you go to prepare the meal, go ahead and give me a survival roll for that.
Okay. Dice, because I don't trust any of them. And that's why.
What'd you roll?
I got a little 3.
So I'll get back to that. So while Nolani is out hunting and out and then preparing the carcass and then making dinner, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm just going to be spending the remainder of the day/night studying my goblinoid language book.
Okay. And you have the clock on that, right?
Yes.
All right. So go ahead and give me another roll on that one.
It's a D6, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. That's a 4.
That's a 4. Okay, so you get 2 more ticks on that.
If possible, I'd like to sit down and quietly work on cutting and polishing some stones up for some work on my jewel crafting.
Okay, you could most definitely do that. It's a relatively quiet moment at in this clearing.
You need, sorry, which dice for that?
D6.
D6. How many do you want?
1.
Okay.
Because you are out in the wild, so the max you can do is 1.
2.
2. Okay, so that's gonna be another 1. It's 1 more tick on the clock.
I would like to do my thing and my thing for my athletics.
All right, so it's gonna be another D6.
Yeah, that it's a 5.
All right, so that's gonna be 3 successes. So 3 more ticks on that clock.
Yay. They still have a long way to go.
My question is, what is Etrin doing?
Just very just quietly sitting around in a conversation with Chantra.
I want to supercharge Etrin.
Oh no.
Nani?
Okay, you want to supercharge Etrin. And how are you going to supercharge Etrin here?
Kunkel will walk up to him and he'll tap him on the shoulder.
Kunkel.
Hello.
Hello.
Would like to store spells in you.
He kind of looks at you very confused. I'm not a spellbook, little friend.
Your skin would say differently.
Well, there are numerous tattoos on me that do contain spells, but not ones that you would be able to use yourself.
No, of course not. I cast spell on you, you hold, and use later.
For what purpose?
I mean, he did this before. He has a cure wounds from me before.
Yeah, he has a cure wounds from you before, and he also has that guiding bolt that you shot into his chest.
And he has
Yeah.
a fireball.
And he now has fireball.
Yeah.
What sort of spells were you looking to imbue me with?
Could be healing. Could be damaging.
Well, I would thank you not to damage me. And currently, at the moment, I am not in the need of any healing, so the spell scarring itself would not take effect.
So must be an effect that would actually do something to you.
Yes, it would either have to damage or heal me, or otherwise affect me.
So boons would work.
Boons can work, yes.
Let's see. I will try to put Kunkel is going to first grab that egg crystal that he has.
The what?
And that egg-shaped crystal that he has.
Okay.
And it's going to look like light is being sucked in for a moment, not in a scary way or anything like that, but just you can see light traveling into it.
Yep.
And then back out through his hands and arms as he what is it called? Sorry, there's harness divine power. There you go. And I can get a spell slot back. So he's going to then take that energy and is going to come back out on his hand as he places it on Etrin, and I'm going to cast at him a 3rd level bless.
Okay. Let me get the old Etrin dice out here. Okay. So you see the spell go off, and you do know that the effects of bless are now on him, but it doesn't seem like any sort of tattoo has formed on his flesh.
So Kunkel's looking around, like trying to find it.
And Etrin shakes his head. I am sorry to report that the flesh did not take the spell this time.
So, chance it doesn't work.
There is a slim chance that it works.
Okay.
Trial
Good
and
to know.
trial and error throughout my life has led me to believe that it's anywhere from a 5 to 10% chance that it's going to take hold.
Intriguing. We'll cast more things at you. Pats him and walks away.
Poor elf is going to be walking along the road, and both Kunkaval and Kemek are going to be throwing spells at him constantly.
Don't forget Mia.
By the time he leaves this forest, the poor boy is just going to be head to toe tattoos.
I think Mia's the only one that would actually ask him first before she started lobbing spells on him.
I'll just throw out a thunder wave and he'll be just in the very corner of it. No problem.
No!
Right?
Jeez.
Not a big deal.
Really,
You can
Groudon?
heal him
From
afterwards.
you?
I think
know
that's
what?
why
You
I think that's why he is saying no.
Yes.
It's
Only
fun-
I do the bullshit.
It's only
From
funny.
you.
It's only funny when you're the one thunder waving your group.
Exactly. And fireballing and other bullshit, but yes. You know what? Fine. Go ahead. I approve.
So the dinner is completely burnt.
Oh.
It's like you, for some reason, lost your train of thought and you left that meat on the fire for way too long. This thing is charcoal.
I just bury it and pretend like it never happened.
I mean, you could. You're muted.
We smell the burnt like meat.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. There is no hiding it. It went from being a very pleasant, smell of roasted meat to just that of a travesty.
Yeah. Yuriko's not gonna say anything. She's just gonna make sure that Nalani can see her, and she just shakes her in disapproval.
Donnie does not react to that. For she does not need your approval.
I'm so glad my rations are bugs.
Yeah, everyone has soup cans. She's just gonna not say anything. Bury it, and people.
Everyone does indeed have their own Campbell soup cans, or their magical thermoses, I should say.
No, it's Campbell soup can.
I will make a nice hearty potato soup in mine and then pass it along between me, Etrin, and Chandra.
And they happily accept it. But since you are getting food from your magic thermoses, there are no buffs or boons that come from it.
Yes, but it also cannot be substituted as a projectile.
This is true.
Or potentially be a poison.
I mean,
So, a question for because I know we can do potato soups. What's the extent of the contents of the soups and stuff we can make?
As long as it's a soup.
As long as it's a soup?
As long as it's a soup. As long as it is a liquid base, you are fine.
so mac and cheese. It's liquid
That's
based.
not a soup.
It's liquid based.
That's a liquid base.
Easy Mac.
Easy Mac, I
Okay,
think
that
will
is
count
a
because
soup.
that's some bullshit. So then Yuriko's gonna make a hearty beef stew.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's what Nalani was going for too, a beef stew.
Right, so after everyone has their hearty Campbell soup, are you all just retiring to the safety of the Harry Potter tent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yuriko will let everyone know that they should not be outside the tent at the peak of night. She doesn't remember exactly when she felt weird, but it was before dawn, but after midnight.
So just stay inside.
I mean, if somebody wants to go FAFO, then that's their business.
So I do have to ask, is anybody going to decide to play the ever fun game of fuck around and find out, or are you just sleeping for the night?
No, let me see if I should. Yeah, no, I'm smart. I'm smarticles enough.
Smarticles.
I'm not gonna play fuck around and find out, but I am gonna take a watch. I'm gonna stay inside the tent to do it.
Oh, you cannot stay inside the tent to do it. You have to leave the tent to be able to do it.
I can't rely on my hearing. Damn.
Nope.
Okay.
Because it is a it is a pocket dimension when you go into that tent.
Oh, that's right. This one is.
Yeah.
It does not come with the peephole.
I'll sit right outside the tent to do it then.
Okay.
I'd love to have a peephole. I mean, what?
All right.
We're in a weird.
What sort, or not? What's up? But around what time are you going to be going out doing this watch?
I'm not gonna be going into it when everyone else retires for the night. So this will be first watch of the night.
Okay.
And I'm only wanting to avoid the time of night that Yuriko pointed out to us. I think I'm only gonna stay out for like an hour and a half.
Okay, so roughly around a watch's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll be going into the tent.
Okay. So since you are going to brave a watch, go ahead and give me a skill check that you want to use for that.
I am going to regret this, but I'm going to rely on my perception.
Okay.
Well, it's not a 1 on the die, but it is a 1 total.
Okay.
I rolled a 2.
Can you roll me percentiles?
Oh.
Okay, that's an 88.
It's an 88. Roll me a d20.
Oh gosh.
Not the one that rolled a 2. 9.
Does a 14 hit you?
Yes, my AC is 13.
Oh.
Okay. Can I get a strength saving throw?
That's another 9.
So you're sitting there and you're just watching the stars, just amazed at the sky. Just looks so torn and distraught that the constellations that you are normally used to seeing up there are not there. The sky looking completely alien. And just lost in thought as to what sort of time magic could be perverting this forest. You feel yourself just being yanked away from the tent as you look down and your arms are bound to your side as a very thick strand of web has wrapped around you and is beginning to pull you into the tree line.
As soon as I feel that motion pulling me, I don't remember if sound travels into the tent from
It does
outside or
not. It does not.
Oh, well.
Nice knowing ya.
Is our fire still going at this point?
Nolani,
Depending on
would
how
you?
big
Nalani,
Might
would
be
you
the-
have put the fire out after cooking if people were going into the tent?
Probably. You don't want something attracting creatures.
Oh, wait. Didn't I have a pebble in my lantern that had light on it? Who cast that? Is it still going?
Who cast that?
Might have been Chemic.
How long does light last?
An hour, I think.
No, light lasts until the cantrip lasts until dispelled, or you cast the cantrip again. Because light is the poor man's flashlight. You know,
Oh,
spells,
flash.
you get
Nope, this one does last an hour.
Oh, you must be thinking of this
Yeah, I
Pathfinder
think you're
one.
thinking of the Pathfinder one.
Yeah, I guess unless Mia stopped her to tell her she was staying out there, Nalani would put out the fire.
Yeah, because I think she went inside and then left the confines of the tent.
Yeah, I guess I'm just screaming out as I'm being dragged away and struggling, trying to get myself free.
We're in a different dimension.
Yep. So, scream as you might, you begin to see the camp begin to go farther and farther and farther away from you as you now are pulled from the clearing into the tree line, over rocks and loose branches. And as you look behind you, you can see this strange creature running ahead. A web-like tether coming out of its back end and wrapping around you. But the body itself doesn't look anything like that would be comprised of an arachnid. It almost looks snake-like. And as you look around the trees, you can see those strange wrapped things sort of like leaping from branch to branch. The farther you go into this forest, the more they begin to gather.
Okay. It's very unfortunate that most of my spells require somatic or material components, neither of which I can do at the moment. But I do have a couple vocal ones. Whatever this creature is that's dragging me, I would like to try to cast connection on it. It's just a vocal component, so I don't need my hands. Just to learn a little bit about it if I can. It needs to make an intelligence save.
Okay. Ooh. Is that a 6 or a 9?
Depends where the dot is.
There's no dot. That's a 6. So that's going to be a total of 11.
11. Okay, so that's a failure. So it immediately understands that I am resistant to radiant damage, and I learn one of its immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. Your choice.
It's immune to poison.
Okay. Suppose that makes sense. It being like arachnid and snake-like. Okay, I'm gonna start calling out to it in like various different languages, changing my languages like every other word, just trying to find something that's gonna get its attention.
Okay. Are you trying to fight this webbing at any time, or are you just letting it pull you?
Yeah, I'm struggling as best I can to try and get out of it.
All right, go ahead and give me another strength check. Or strength saving throw, I should say.
Okay, that's good because I still have those 2 points of exhaustion that I took.
Oh shit, you're right.
But that doesn't affect saves. So that's 16.
A 16. As you're wiggling and everything and yelling at this thing in various languages, you feel yourself come free as you just starts tumbling a bit as the creature begins to like move off make a check here to see if it realizes it. It does. And so do the things in the tree, as they kind of all stop and slowly begin to climb down the bark of the tree, kind of just like staring at you. You can hear some of them like audibly sniffing. And then you hear what sounds like the dragging of earth as this snake-like creature whips around. And as you look behind you in the distorted moonlight, you now see this giant snake-like humanoid, probably a good 16 feet long. Its snake-like body thick, with like variations of white and black scales. Its upper body, the strange creation of a four-armed human. So you can see along like the shoulders of each of the arms flecks of the same scaling that the lower body has. Do not move.
You can understand me.
Yes. Do not move. They are hunting you.
And you aren't?
No. I am saving you.
I don't think wrapping someone up and binding them and dragging them through a forest is saving them.
How else do I change you? If not back at my lab.
No. Nope. I'm gonna start getting to my feet.
And as you get to your feet, you begin to hear all those wrapped beings in the trees begin to like vibrate and click like a hulking mass of cicada.
Oh God.
Well,
That's
my speed
actually
is
terrifying.
halved because I
It
have
is.
2 points of exhaustion. But I do have a quicker fly speed than I do run speed. So I'm... Oh shit, I can't fly for very long though without hurting my wings. Worth it. I'm gonna immediately start flapping my wings, taking to the air.
Flappy birds.
So normally my fly speed is 40, cut in half to 20. I'm dashing back to the tent, back up to 40. So that's my movement speed is 40.
Okay. So as you begin to fly back 40 feet, you hear that snake-like being kind of yell in frustration as you can hear it speeding towards you, coiling and along the ground. And as you're flying by past these trees, those wrapped creatures sort of like jump off at you, trying to make grabs for you. So as you pass by 40 feet, I'm going to make 5 different grapple checks against you for the creatures that are jumping off towards you, as the other ones are beginning to run across the trees, and they're skittering down on the ground and beginning to chase you as well. That's going to... I need to pull up their character sheets to see what their grapple checks are here. Okay, so that's probably good for you. That's going to be a 2, so that one's going to miss. That one's going to be a 4. Oof. That one is going to be a 17.
17, and that is versus...
It's going to be a 1. That's going to be a 19. So there are 2 grapple checks that you're going to have to make contests against. The 17 and the 19.
And as the one being grappled, what do I roll? I know I always get it mixed up with grapples because
it's strength or athletics.
Okay. Okay. That's an 11 on the first one.
Okay. So you are like, it jumps down like right on top of you as you're flying by, and it lands on you, and its weight being heavy enough to pin you down to the ground.
Do grapples count as attacks?
They do count as attacks. It is an attack action. So technically right now we would be in initiative.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring up the little initiative tracker here. Mythos Mori, thank you for that raid.
God, I wish I had my equipment with me.
Wish you'd just gotten in the dang tent.
I was trying to be safe. Take a watch so we aren't, attacked in the night.
How'd that go?
I'm never taking a watch again.
The tent, if entered by somebody who was not invited, looks like a normal tent.
Yep.
It does, but the tent can also be knocked down.
That's true.
And we'd be ejected.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we'd all be
That was a risk we
together.
wanted to take.
This is your dex. Okay.
Look, man, I just wanted some rest.
No rest for you.
The rest
I mean,
of the wicked?
all of
we're
you,
getting rest.
yeah, all of you are sleeping just fine and dandy.
Yeah. Completely blissfully unaware of what's happening.
All right, I guess I have to roll initiative here, don't I?
Yeah.
No, wait. Initiative is an ability check, isn't it?
It's dexterity.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so that should have been at disadvantage.
So how long have we been sleeping?
You've been resting. All right. So Mia.
I'm gonna try and escape from this grapple.
Okay. It made a check of 15.
I made a check of 7.
7. You are struggling, and it's got its full weight on you. Let's see. So as it's got you down, it begins to hold you there, and you feel like there's just this hot rancid breath against you. It's like the wrapping kind of undoes around the face, and very twisted mouth full of broken and gnarled teeth go down and go for a bite. I don't think an 8 hits you.
It does not.
So struggling as you are, this thing is trying to get on top of you, or trying to find some sort of bite on top of you, but it's not really working. Though you can hear the other ones coming in closer. As you begin to hear that snake-like creature beginning to yell at a couple of them, get away, you damn amalgamations. You can hear contact as his weapons are slamming into a couple of them, but they seem to be engaged in combat with him, keeping him away from you. But it is your turn.
Is my hand free?
Yeah, you are free. Well, your hands are free. You're pretty much being pinned down, but you still have use of your hands.
Okay, that's good, because I just remembered that my short sword, I believe it was, has an arcane focus in it.
Your short sword is your arcane focus.
Which means I can cast some material-based spells. I am going to do exactly that. I'm going to grab onto my short sword, channel my magic through it, and cast entrapment. So 4 glyphs are going to appear on the ground. One is going to be immediately to the left of me. The other immediately to the right of me. The other immediately, like, 1 space back in the direction that I was running from.
Okay.
And then the other one I'm going to place right on top of me, so it activates immediately.
Okay.
That will...
You have to roll a d4,
first.
right?
Yep. And that is for... What is for... No, that's not the one I
Glyph
wanted.
of stunning.
Okay. So, I guess me and the creature that is grappling me need to make Constitution saves.
Maybe you're lucky.
That's going to be a Constitution save of 12 from the creature.
Okay, and I got a Constitution save of 21. So I succeeded. The creature did not. Okay, so this is going to work out. The creature is going to be stunned for 1 minute, and it can repeat that save at the end of each of its turns.
Okay.
But that is...
So as it's
all
stunned,
I can do.
as it's stunned, it releases you from the grapple.
Oh, yeah, I guess if it releases me, then I can use movement to
Yep.
kind of like crawl away.
Yeah, half movement.
All right, I will do that. And then that's all I can do.
Okay. As you begin to run off, it's like you can hear 6 of them behind you, all start like reaching for you, trying to clamber on top of you, but none of them at the moment are able to get a hold of you. The other 3 glyphs that have went off or that were back there have gone off as they are just clambering over one another, trying to reach you.
And they were all 3 blasting, imprisoning, and blinding.
So blasting is they're going to make a dex save.
Yep.
They're going to fail that.
Whoever set that one off is going to take
Charisma
12
save.
points of fire damage.
12 points of fire damage. Charisma save is an 18.
An 18, that's going to succeed.
Right. And then blinding is wisdom.
Yep.
That's going to be a wisdom of 15.
That's going to fail, so that one is going to be blind for a minute with the ability to repeat the save at the end of their turn.
Okay. But they are now on you, chasing after you. Or on your heels, I should say.
I am dashing as quickly as I can.
Okay. Are you flying or are you running?
Yeah, as soon as I have the ability to like get to my feet and flap my wings, I'm taking to the air again.
Okay. So I'm going to make 4 attacks on you this time because a couple of them were affected by your circles. What's your armor class? 13?
13.
You are so lucky. Like you hear them leaping and screaming, and one of them like makes contact with the bottom of your foot, but they are barely unable to like get a full purchase on that grapple.
As much as I want to turn around and look, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna keep dashing.
Okay. What is their speed? Yeah, they can keep up with you. Again, like you feel multiple of them like slamming against your ankles and whatnot, but none of them can get it, and you break that tree line.
So I'm going
The
to...
tent's probably a good 60 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna keep dashing straight towards the tent. This turn and next turn. I'm not gonna slow down when I approach the tent either. I'm just gonna try and fly straight at the entrance and tuck my wings at the last second to just like spiral into it.
Okay. And the rest of you who are in the tent, you're starting to feel that relaxation. Sleep is slowly starting to take you, you know, after a long, eventful day. And Mia comes just bolting into the tent, kind of crashing over a couple of you, kicking over like one of the tables. A very panicked look on her face. She's dirty. There are pieces of like broken sticks and stray pebbles like in her coat.
Problem. We have a problem. Very big problem. Very numerous problem.
You're muted.
Code just like no, I just unmuted.
No, it was Gilly.
Yeah.
Oh. So Yuriko just like looks at you, looks at your mess, looks at the whole. She's like, "Did you go outside?"
I was taking a watch, but I was avoiding the time that you mentioned. Didn't want to be caught in anything. But there was other things in the woods.
Did you
Let me
forget
guess.
that Yuriko mentioned they were looking for you?
The white, weird, multi-armed thingies with the mouths and the nasty breaths. That specifically told me that thankfully I wasn't the one they were looking for. That I told you and Etrin they were looking for you.
Yes, those, but something else.
Oh, something else looking for you. Okay.
What did you
was,
do?
I was just taking a watch, and then suddenly I was grabbed by some sort of web net thing, and it was this like serpentine, multi-armed creature that was trying to save me from these other creatures. But by saving me, it was going to change me. It was dragging me back to its lab, and I don't want any part of that, and I think they're right outside.
Alright. Time to beat some things down.
Rojan, can I get a... I don't know. I'm only asking because of what my parents were. Can I get a check on what this...
Go ahead and give me a history check. Give me a history check.
All right. Give you a history check. That is not my best roll, but let's see. I don't even think if I roll well, I'll get a good roll. Let's see. Yeah, fuck you. Another 2. Yep, I don't...
Another 2.
The fuck is with me and 2s tonight? Fucking...
The Groudon's curse has gone over to you now. You are now the bearer of the 2s.
Did you sneak something into my house? Like,
I could explain.
It's like you just find a random D4 set like in your room somewhere on the 2.
I'm gonna start checking underneath shit and see if there's like one of them glue
Behold
underneath
the
the
terrible
2s.
2s.
No, but
Anyway.
you try to think of it, and there's...
Yeah, I was hoping. Out of character, I know exactly what this is. In character, I don't. Sad. Oh well.
How close were they?
Right behind me, and right on top of me several times.
Yuriko will ask Kemek how safe the tent is. Because again, she doesn't understand magic. She just knows when she looked into the tent before, it was like, you know, oh, there's nothing in here. And like now there's stuff in here.
The tent is safe as long as it isn't, you know, disturbed. If somebody breaks the tent down or like pulls the flaps off of it or whatever, you can be ejected from the tent.
Yuriko is going to prepare herself to be ejected from the tent because she doesn't believe that these things are gonna not try and tear this thing to shreds trying to find Mia.
We just start armoring up for the same reasons.
Okay.
As I imagine I'd taken it all off to go to sleep.
I need to know how many hours it's been since the last fight.
Since the last fight?
Yes.
Couple hours.
Perfect. Thank you.
Shall we just prepare ourselves in here, and maybe if we're lucky, they'll ignore the tent? I'm pretty sure they saw me fly into it, but maybe they won't want to come close.
Possibly.
I'd rather not us all leave the tent one or two at a time and get picked off as we try and like figure out what's going on.
Agreed.
Say at the very least one of us, I will stay up for the next hour. If they haven't taken down the tent by then, we're probably safe.
Yuriko staying up as well.
So you stay up. For those of you who are staying up, you're up for an hour, straining to hear anything, steeling yourselves for that inevitable feeling that you're about to be airborne at any given time, but it never comes. An hour passes and the tent is still standing.
If they were going to take us down, they would have done it by now. I'm going to bed.
Can I peep my head outside the tent? Is that safe to do?
Like if you make a motion for the door, like Yuriko's gonna put her hand on your shoulder and just be like, "Don't."
Yeah, they haven't disturbed it in an hour. And given Alistair's experience out in the wilds and the creatures that he's fought and hunted, you have a feeling that you're safe.
Okay, because I just don't know if there's like, we're surrounded by hundreds of these things.
Yeah,
You
when
know?
we walk out of the tent in the morning, it's just going to be a sea of these creatures.
Yeah,
Deal
exactly.
with it when we wake up.
I'd rather get.
That sounds like future me's problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
future me's problem. I'd rather have a good night's rest before that shit happens.
Precisely.
That sounds like a you problem.
Sounds like
Okay.
the problem for whoever wakes up first.
So afterwards, night passes without any ordeal. And you wake up the next day. Tent still standing. Everyone is present and accounted for.
Well, all right.
Yuriko's gonna make herself a cup of very strong black coffee. Like she wants like the biggest caffeine jolt she can take right now because she just expects the moment we step out this shit, all fucking hell is gonna break loose.
We'll see.
Just
because
takes a giant thing of coffee, puts some Red Bull into it, mix it with a bit of Mountain Dew, and just down it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yep.
It doesn't taste great, but you know, if your heart doesn't explode, you'll be awake.
Exactly. She's not drinking it for the taste. She's drinking it for the jolt.
Yep. All right. So before we do that, let's go ahead and take a quick break here. So we get up, stretch our legs, refresh our drinks. And when we come back, we will start with the dawn of a new day. And we are. Oh. As you awaken and some of you take very hot shots of the blackest coffee you can imagine to give yourself a caffeine jolt.
Blackest night, blackest pitch, blacker than the blackest witch.
Oh.
I think that's the line. It's been a
No,
while
he's
since
gonna
I've seen that movie.
Nolly's gonna go about her normal morning routine, which involves cooking breakfast, which then involves leaving the tent. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. The effects outside. Give me a moment.
Oh God.
Oh yeah,
So that-
everything's broken. Hold tight.
Yeah.
Huh. So Nolani, when you walk outside, there is a very thick blanket of snow on the forest floor.
All right.
It's extremely cold outside.
Feels like winter temperatures.
Trying to think. I'm trying to see here because I don't want to kill people right off.
It's that cold? Oh fuck.
Honestly, anything above -20 is completely functional.
Says those who have experienced that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know, -20 and above, you're fine in shorts and t-shirt. -20 to -40, have your winter gear. Anything lower than -40,
Okay,
make
so
sure you don't have any
for-
piercings or anything out in the open.
For those of you, for those of you who live out in the ungodly frozen tundra, what would be the temperature that to where it's survivable if you're geared up, like you've got your winter clothing
-40.
on?
Yep, -40.
It's about -4. It's about -40 Celsius outside.
Is there wind?
There is no wind. There
Okay,
is-
good.
At the
Oh,
moment,
my-
there is no wind chill.
And coincidentally, -40 is exactly where the two temperatures meet. So -40 Celsius is -40 Fahrenheit as well.
Nolly's gonna pop her head back in the tent to tell Kimmick to make sure to put on their shoes. And then go about making breakfast.
Little goblin scowl.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I have a feeling that Nolani's just going to be carrying Kemik today.
Oh yeah.
And like
I am a
Nolani,
cold-blooded creature.
Nolani, when you step out, the snow is deep. It's probably like up past your ankle when you step into it.
And at
Like
-40,
bullshit.
crunchy.
Quick question. How do I feel health-wise? Did my max HP go up at all?
Yes. Now that you are no longer cursed and you've had a long rest and you no longer have those points of exhaustion on you. Because Mia took them from you. You are back to your max HP.
Ooh, yay. Yay. I was almost down halfway. Oh, we'll take that. Alright. Molly's not a magic person. She's just gonna set about making breakfast so we can get the hell out of here.
Okay. So are you going to try to are you making a basic breakfast, or what are you making today?
Make a fairly nice breakfast. I gotta prove myself after the last one again.
True. So you're making a bit of a hearty breakfast due to the cold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something to get everyone warmed up and moving.
All right, so go ahead and give me a survival check. For some reason, I almost said a dexterity saving throw.
I mean, may need be needed. That's actually pretty good. That's gonna be a 21.
Nice. This is definitely palatable food.
Yeah, we
Yay
don't have
for
to
palatable
die.
food.
So what did you make today?
Probably a protein-heavy breakfast to give us protein and carbs to give us the energy to get through all this snow. So there's probably a bit of. I have leftover meat. I'm assuming from the elk. So I'm going to try and make elk bacon.
Okay.
Elk. What passes as elk sausage?
Various forms of elk meat served in
Yes.
different shapes and sizes.
Yes, with any kind of bread-like items that we have on hand.
An elk meat charcuterie board.
Mm-hmm. Looks like very fancy, but it's all elk meat. All taste the same.
I wouldn't complain. Okay. So those of you who eat the breakfast today
Probably have a
will
few bugs for our bug-loving friends.
will gain 9 temporary HP, and you will have advantage on strength-based checks and ability checks.
Strength-based ability checks. Redemption is mine.
Well, what say we eat this quickly and then get the hell out of this forest?
Agreed.
You see your little aquatic elf friend kind of like peeking her head out of the tent and looking very hesitant around the area, and just like quickly like ducky back into it.
I will get up and go back into the tent and look for her.
And she's like sitting in the center of the tent, just tons of blankets just piled around her.
Are you all right? Are you cold?
I don't do well with snow. I only have this dress. It's definitely not snow worthy.
No, that's not gonna help very much. Oh, actually, you know what? I believe I may have an extra set of clothes here. We were given requisition packs a while back that had some in them.
Yeah, the winter clothing that was in them.
So I double check my inventory to make sure I still have it. Yes, you are in luck. I have a heavy sleeping bag. Man, I should check my inventory more often. I don't know if these are too big for you, but better too big than too small.
How tall is Mia?
She is 5'11".
5'11". Dang, she tall. Yep. She is only 5'5", but she'll put the clothes on and they're kind of like long on her. She sort of like bundles up as best as she could.
We'll get something more in your size when we're back in town.
Okay.
I suppose I should ask, you're okay with us going back to a town, right?
I have no problem with that. I've been in towns before.
Okay, that's good.
I just don't like the snow.
Well, I'm afraid there's a lot of that around here, even outside of this forest.
He gives a little frustrated groan.
I'm gonna have to wait quite a while before we're out of the snowy seasons.
Kind of sighs and very defeatedly like walks out of the tent, mumbling, "There's any snow underwater."
That's fair. Yeah.
What a child.
I will go back out and finish my breakfast.
I'm gonna be real jealous of Kimmick here in a little bit.
Right, so you all finish your breakfast for the day. Who is going to be leading today through this frozen forest hellscape?
Not the dragon.
I could.
What the hell did I do?
Got us lost and in front
One
of a
time!
giant fucking ettercap.
I got us through
That's all
majority
it
of this
takes.
forest one time, and it's the end of the world.
I will defend the Dragonborn. He got us lost the first time. Nalani ended us up in front of the monster
Yeah,
with her exhaustion roll.
this is true.
So, wasn't all Alistair's fault.
All right, so not the two tall ones.
Then you
I
leave.
can do it.
Okay.
I'm also going to use casting a pass without a trace.
Uh-huh.
So everyone that sticks close to him will have +10 to their stealth checks.
And the best part is we don't leave tracks.
In the snow, that's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Is it actively snowing or has it?
It isn't snowing at the moment, no.
Okay, so even better then. I will be using survival. And
Can
that'll
I
be
can I do the aid action and assist for advantage?
If you are going to participate with him in leading the group, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm presuming Konkovola has higher than a +5.
Okay. So how's the 27 do you?
27's good. Go ahead and give me that percentage roll.
Uh, 85.
85, very nice. So thankfully you weren't too far off. And through the first length of the travel, you're able to get to the forest's edge. You're able to, or in some way, shape, or form, find that path that you used walking into the forest, recognizing some of the trees and leading the group on throughout. And as you get to the forest's edge, you could see the other side where it's not as heavily snowed over. You can see the cart still there. The horses seem to be perfectly fine, but there seems to be this milky curtain in front of you, separating you from the other side of the forest's edge.
Interesting. Any kind of check I might be able to do on that?
You know what? I'm gonna do this. Chemic informs you that this is some sort of time distortion. Something that you can still pass through, but there is an untold risk.
Can I chuck a rock through to see what happens to the rock?
Sure.
Mostly looking to see if the rock breaks apart into pieces as it passes through, or if it actually lands on the other side seemingly okay.
You throw the rock through and passes through. There's a little ripple. Just kind of goes out about 5 feet and hits the ground.
Oh. Lines of the opinion, screw it. I'm going through now. Let someone stop there.
No, by all means.
Are you going through with Chemic on your shoulders?
Unless Kimmick scrabbles down. Actually, she probably would set Kimmick down so they can observe it first to make sure that they're safe before. She's not going to unwillingly risk Kimmick's life for her own decision.
Okay.
Hold on one sec. Hold on one sec. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So as you go through, can I get I will let you choose between a Constitution and a Charisma saving throw.
Constitution.
Okay.
Don't screw me over. God. I was trying to see if I could read one side or another, but it was just... There we go. It's not bad. That's going to be a 19.
A 19? You pass through and you kind of feel a bit fuzzy as you exit the other side. But aside from that, you're perfectly fine.
Look back to good and keep walking to the cart.
Does she look normal from our perspective? Like, can we see through and see her?
The distortion itself is a bit milky, but you can see her and she seems to be perfectly fine. She kind of just like shrugs at you like, I don't know what happened.
Right, well, I guess we just take this one at a time then.
It seems like it.
Okay. So who's going to go through next?
I'll do it.
Okay, Alistair, you can do a Constitution or a Charisma saving throw.
I'm going to do con.
Con is probably a good one.
That'll be a 17.
17, you pass through without any problems. You kind of, again, you feel a bit fuzzy, almost as if, you know, that little tingling sensation when you can feel like one of your limbs starting to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like that through your whole body, but you're completely fine.
Awesome.
2 people pass through without a problem.
I'll go next.
Okay. So it's a Constitution or a Charisma save.
Absolutely Constitution. Nine.
9. Can I get a percentile? Can I get a D100 roll from you here?
Absolutely. I think after I grab my other dice.
Grab the ones you burned sage over. Get those dice. Swear, I'm just gonna find a church near where I live and just start collecting holy water.
37.
Through that,
37.
just have the pastor bless your dice.
37.
Yes.
Okay. Can you now flip me a D2?
Ground the pasture is enough. He needs to travel to Vatican and go get the Pope to bless them.
I can do it for you.
Crack inside up.
Crack inside up. Okay, that's heads. Now, can you roll me 2d6?
God,
all
what is
these
some of these
rolls?
Oh.
So scared.
7.
7. So as you pass through, you kind of feel a bit more tingly than the others. And you go through perfectly fine, though you yourself have aged 7 years.
Ooh. What does that look like on a raven folk?
Some gray feathers.
Honestly, it's probably really hard to tell.
Looks
I mean,
fine.
what was the last time you walked up to a duck and tried to figure out how old it was?
Fair.
Yep.
Who's next?
Oh, I'll go.
Huh.
I'm going with Con. 17.
17. You walk through perfectly fine.
Flap, 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 flap.
Flap, 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 flap.
Etrin, why don't you go next?
Why not? Etchen walks through perfectly fine.
Paladins, man.
Thin paladins.
Got a 23 Constitution saving throw. I mean, he's
What a
fine.
dick.
Wait, are we all considered allies?
What's
It's
that?
not that kind of paladin.
It's not that kind of paladin.
Remember, I asked last time.
You all would have held hands and wandered through.
Don't all paladins have that aura?
Nope.
No. Most
they all did.
paladins have that aura.
But
All right.
he's a paladin. He's a paladin of the Watcher. He doesn't have the AoE boost to everyone's saving throws.
I heard wrong type of paladin. That's what I hear here.
There's only 2 types of paladins: the right
ones
one and the wrong ones.
I like the wrong one.
I'll go through.
Okay.
Fuck it.
You can
Oh,
do
boy.
a Constitution or Charisma saving throw.
Charisma. I mean, they're both the same for me, but whatever.
It's a 2.
No, it's not a 2, you fucker. Stop trying to jinx me. It's 21.
He's just trying to pass that curse
Walk
along.
through completely fine.
There's a 2 in there.
Hey, it was
Well,
22 and
well,
one still counted.
yeah, because the 18 has the 2 on the up-facing side.
Chantra walks through with all the confidence of an unknowing child and perfectly fine.
So who's left? Is it just me and Kemek?
You and Kemek.
I will motion for Kemek to go first.
Does Kemek even have to fucking roll to walk past a time ripple? Like, isn't that kind of Kemek's thing? Like, Kemek just looks at the thing and goes like, "Pfft, whatever." It's just like
And
fucking
would
walk
like to
over it.
absorb the power.
Yeah. What Kimik's reaction spell that allows them to move through spaces, would that have worked on it?
So you pushed Kemek through. I rolled for Kemek. Kemek is perfectly fine.
Okay, good.
It's like, I just see Maya taking a boot to the back of Kemek. It's like,
Okay, you next. And then, yeah, I'll go through.
Okay.
And I'm rolling Constitution. That's a 16.
A 16. You are perfectly fine.
Yay!
And as all of you kind of pass through and you look back, the entire forest is covered in this milky white dome. Azure Claw, you when you aged 7 levels, correct?
I'll take
7
7
years.
levels, but I'm
I'm
assuming you
sorry,
mean 7 years.
7 years. 7 years.
Suddenly, 7
Like, yeah,
levels stronger.
If we're getting levels, can I walk through again and fail?
Yeah.
So you aged 7 years, correct?
Yep.
Okay. You can go ahead and add 2 levels to your character.
Oh!
Oh,
Yay!
what?
Fighter boss.
What?
Heck yeah. Jelly.
Holy crap. I didn't get anything for 3 years?
What's that? No.
I didn't get anything
No.
for 3 years? I just get fucking crow's feet and like a thank you.
You slept for 3 years.
You walked through time for 7 years.
Pretty much. Okay, so what this thing is sort of, it is now its own sort of space and time, to where every time it hits 4 a.m. time either speeds up or rewinds a certain amount of years, and everything inside is constantly thrown about in this torrent of shifting time.
That doesn't sound good.
But as you pass through, you are thrown back into the prime plane, meaning you now have, like, if you're sped up, it speds you up almost as if you existed for that many years in this time. Or the other side of it could have been, you would have been rewound that many years in time, and you could have lost levels.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. You gotta have risk one way and the other.
Yep. So whatever class that you have right now, you're going to go up 2 levels.
Well, that's good. That's very good.
Don't forget
Level
to send
7
Zoro
fighter?
your adjusted your adjusted numbers.
Zoro's gonna start fighting me.
Yeah.
Great adjusted CR monsters.
Yep.
And we're under leveled.
I know, right? Like, fuck.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
someone to
I need
carry
my
us
book.
now.
It's true.
Does
Well,
that mean
having one shouldn't-
we get the milestones faster to catch up to him?
Nope.
No, we're
Every time
fucked.
we level, he's gonna level too.
Yeah. Same time you level, he levels. It's milestones.
Just like
This
Kyo.
is how
who was always a
Kyo
level
ended
ahead of
up in
us.
that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Next monster, I'm gonna grab the bird, be like, here, do fighter things.
Fighter things.
That's awesome though.
Oh man, don't you get another ASI at 6?
I do, which is actually going to be the resilient feat off of dexterity.
Nice.
Hooray.
Not leave it. Leave it. I will
So-
fight you, cat.
Shall we
Do
all
what I
climb
want
into the
you to-
cart and go back to town then?
Yeah.
So as you look around, it's maybe been about 5 minutes since you entered that forest.
Are you for real?
Damn. It's like the Feywild.
That's bullshit. I want to recount.
Well, you can go back into the forest and come back out of the forest, and we'll start walking away. You can see how far we get.
Okay.
Have fun.
I'm gonna escort Chandra to the cart. Obviously, she's never seen our cart before, so she doesn't know that it's ours. I'll help her in, and then I will sit up front at the reins. Not saying I'm driving, because I still have disadvantage on ability checks. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I am going to be up front.
Lonnie will hop up to drive this time.
So who's driving?
Milani.
You have the strength for this?
I have
Yeah,
an
she's
18 in my
fine.
strength. I am a strength-based character, sir.
Yeah. Remember, Mia took the exhaustion away.
Yeah.
Right. That's a thing.
Okay.
I'll be up there just to help in case shit goes south.
Oh, nice. Azure Claw gets to know your enemy.
So, taking the horses back. Go ahead and give me a vehicle handling check. If you do not have that, you can go ahead and give me a strength roll.
We have advantage on those because of the cooking, right?
Yes. Yes, because the only one who doesn't have that would be Azure Claw, because time is sped up for him.
Okay, that's not bad. That's straight strength check.
Strength.
It's going to be 16.
16. Decent enough.
Right.
So, for the rest of the travel, everything is fine. As the farther away you get from this forest and you look back, you can just see this giant milky white dome covering the entirety of it. Every now and then you see swirls of energy kind of like cascading over the dome itself. But the forest's edge becomes harder and harder to see the farther you move away. The sky, though, thankfully, looks as it should. No longer distorted, no longer alien looking. It's the sky that you are most certainly used to. It's probably a breath of fresh air for Kunkaval.
Mm.
Absolutely.
How long is it going to take us to get from where we are back to
Not too long. It's like a half day's travel, or it's actually it's a full day's travel because of the horses.
full day?
Mhm.
All right. So while I'm in the Winnie, I'm gonna be examining more stone/marbles to see if I trigger on anything.
The stone/marbles.
Yeah, the ones I got from the kid have like a bag full of.
Oh, that's
have a bag.
right. Yeah.
That's why I asked, when my dex failed, do I get the explodey potential as well? And you said no, I was fine. So that's why I was like, oh, thank God. Because I have maybe at least one magic stone that could possibly blow the fuck up on me.
Yep. So you're gonna take you're taking time to pretty much do like the identify thing, spend the hour, go through all of it, see if there's anything in there you find.
However many free hours I have, I'm gonna like spend an hour with
It only
each
takes
one.
an hour. I'm gonna say it only takes an hour. That way it's just not like you're spending an hour for each individual marble in there.
I was fully on board with it. So if you want to help me out,
I personally don't want to do that, because then I have to keep a checklist of every marble that's in there for you to like, and oh, did he find this one? So you go through these marbles, and a good portion of them are just that. They're just child's plaything marbles. Very nice marbles, very pristine, but nothing special. Though you're able to find a small handful of about 8 marbles that are most definitely something other than a child's plaything, something that you do not want a child to have. As while the other marbles are made of that, like, you know, that strong shaped glass, these marbles are brittle. Like if you were to drop them, they would just shatter like a wine glass. And inside these marbles, you see just wild torrents of magic, sort of like slamming into each of the sides and everything, like struggling to get out, but to no avail. What you have in your hand are these 8 marbles that have some sort of trapped entity inside of them.
Okay.
And it looks like the only way to free them would be to break the glass.
I have no idea what they are. They're just some sort of trap
They
thing.
are just some sort of trap entity. Everything in the, like, every one of these marbles holds something that is technically alive.
Is it a good witch or bad witch?
One of them just looks to be this hyped up surge of electricity just constantly popping off the sides of the marbles. Another one seems to just be this very tranquil looking green light just hovering in the center, kind of accepting of its prison. Another is just this almost looks to be this mini catastrophe in this ball, as torrents of flame and fire kind of wick around the outside or around the inside of the sphere. Another one just looks like it's a rock. Every now and then it kind of trembles and changes shape, but still very earthen. One is just complete smoke. You can't really see any shape or form inside of it. Just this very...
I don't know if they can understand me or not, but I'm going to talk to them in common, and I'm just gonna like hold them in my hand and go like, I won't keep you prisoners forever, but I will eventually need each of your service. And when I do, and you serve, you're free.
They don't seem to take any notice of anything you say. Though one is kind of more off-putting than others, as there is almost what looks to be this flaming purple and black eye, sort of like looking around in a panicked motion, almost making note of everything around it.
Oh. I speak to that one in Abyssal.
Nothing.
I mean Infernal.
Nothing happens. You don't think that, you don't get the sense that they can hear anything.
Gotcha. But they can see out of the crystal.
They can the eye is most definitely looking at something.
Can I see what, can I try and pinpoint what the eye is trying to look, or is it just like
It's
scanning the environment?
Very exaggerated.
Gotcha.
It's just all over the place. It's just not moving.
All right. I am going to take some fabric and just basically just like wrap them, individually, like in a line, and then just roll it up. So to try and keep them cushioned.
Okay.
I don't now that I know that the whatever is brittle, I'm like, that kid is a psycho. He could have blew his whole store up with these things. he just chucked them in a box. It was just like, because he shook the box in front of me.
Yep.
He could have killed us both.
Remember, he said he had no idea what was in here. He knew there were magical things in here, but he wasn't sure what was in there.
Oh my god. All right. Now I need to see if I'm actually feeling nice. I don't feel like a total bitch today. I have to roll. I mean, just because, I was fireballed by someone, so I'm a little testy. All the non-magical marbles and whatnot. Whoop.
Oh.
We lost Raven. He's back, I think. And she's just gonna basically just, in the same bag that the marbles are in, all the non-magic ones, she's just gonna drop them in front of Chantra.
Well, what are these orbs?
You said you need stones for whatever that weird magic you do is, correct?
I've never worked with glass before. It would be interesting to see. She kind of holds up one of her fingers, and the nail grows to this soft red point. She just takes her finger and she carves a little rune onto it. And it shakes for a moment, but then just rests. So the orbs can hold the magic. That is thankful.
That's my good deed for the day.
Well, thank you. Now, do you give her the box to go with it, or?
Actually, yeah, something a little bit more secure than her little shitty burlap sack.
Oh, that burlap sack is gone. That burlap sack is toast.
I think the box, you know,
okay,
will hold up hopefully a little bit more than a burlap sack.
And she kind of takes the one that she just carved and she puts it in. She like tucks it inside a pocket of one of the articles of winter clothing she's currently like bundled up in.
All right. And then Yuriko's going to go back to her bunk, and she's just going to just like chill. She'll probably like hum a couple songs because it's too cramped in here to actually like, you know, get her kodo out.
You don't want to bonk anyone?
I didn't say that. Just saying she's just trying not to start any shit.
I mean, that's fair.
And that's all she's doing for the rest of the ride.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Is anyone taking this time to do anything on the ride back? Keep in mind that as this is a moving cart, you can't really do much of anything involving skills.
Probably not much. Those of us that are outside can do so.
I mean, I can meditate, but it's not gonna be much.
As we get later into the day, I will bind my wings back up, though, because I don't want them to be visible when we reach the town.
Okay. Sorry, I'm creating something here.
I'm scared.
It's always concerning when you're creating something.
Is it?
Always.
Yeah.
I'm not the one who just identified a bunch of orbs, so
They're safely tucked away.
yes, they are.
Safely is
As
relative.
far as I know. I know. I mean, you know, hey. I'm again. Yuriko doesn't understand magic, but she understands brittle glass keep wrapped in soft shit so it doesn't break.
Hey, as long as that
So-
eye it doesn't belong to anything else, it'll be fine.
As the day comes to an end, you pull into Madtown late at night. And as you do, you notice that there are about 4 individuals standing outside the town, normally where gates would be, but of course Madtown doesn't have gates. Very heavily dressed in gold and white robes. So they seem to have a bit of a chain shirt over it. Very long lances as well, and short swords on their hips. And Nalani, as you begin to pull up to the edge of Madtown, one of the guards steps in the middle of the road and holds up a hand. You're muted.
You are muted.
For a moment there, I considered running him over, but I will stop the cart. What? He's the dumbass that stood in the middle of a cart path.
Lights blessings on all of you travelers. Awfully late at night to be out for a evening ride.
We are returning for a mission for the Mad Dogs.
Oh, you are some of our hunters. Excellent.
Yes.
Strange group you have. You kind of like scanning over some of you that are in the on the driver's seat. Not the normal rugged rough and tumble sort that seems to attract the Mad Dogs, but I'm not one to judge much. Is this all of you, or are there others in your caravan?
There's others inside.
As you say, as you speak up, he like looks over and he kind of gives you a respectful bow. Oh, Lord Alistair, I apologize. I did not see you there.
It's all right. I'm guessing just a lot of guardsmen lately. Something happened?
Well, yes, some of the members of the Inquisition are here due to the, well, he points out to the tower out in the distance. Lady Breton is here as well. I believe she's in holding chambers with a Lady White and the Den Mother. But it seems that I would take it that we have your word that all here are present and accompanied for and not under any sort of curses or dark influences, Lord.
Not that I can tell.
We'll take that. Well, welcome back, hunters. You may be on your way. And he sort of steps out of the way and kind of signals off in the distance as you can hear bowstrings sort of relaxing.
Get you into town. And once we're out of earshot of the visible guards, Amar lean down to Mia and whisper, we should probably leave as quickly as possible.
Yes, agreed. I assume we had intended on reporting back to Den Mother, right?
I can go ahead and do
Sounds
that.
like she's busy.
Yes, that was my follow-up. If that is the intention, then I would like to not be present myself if the Inquisition is about. I think I'm going to go find an inn room, not the inn room that we are known to be staying in. Cannot be too careful around the Inquisition.
Take Kimmick with you.
I will, and Chandra as well.
Make sure Chandra knows the rules.
I'll do my best.
People here.
So once we're actually in the town and out of line of sight of any guards that we know about, I will hop off the cart and get Chandra and Kemek to accompany me to a different inn that I will purchase some rooms at.
There is only the one inn.
I thought there was a second one.
There.
Am I mistaken?
Second
I
tavern.
thought so
not
too,
There's a
but-
second tavern. There's
Tavern.
there's only the one inn.
But we do know of an abandoned house.
You do.
True.
It's supposedly haunted.
I mean, we sort of cleared the haunting, right?
An
Yeah.
abandoned house with a secret room. Well, a
Yeah.
secret basement.
True. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna just wander down the street to the abandoned house, and try and get eyes on it without it looking like I'm about to be a squatter.
All right. Go ahead and give me either a stealth check or a deception check.
Stealth or deception? Let's go with stealth on this. It's all right, I guess. That's a 14.
Okay. And you wander down the street, and a couple, you could tell that there are a couple Inquisition Knights wandering throughout the streets as well on their patrols, and they do see you, but they just kind of give you a polite nod and continue on their way.
So when I get to the abandoned house, does it look like the hunters have gone through after us and kind of went through the place and then boarded it up and left it and it's still abandoned? Or
House looks like it did when you first got there.
is there any lights on inside?
There are not.
Okay. I'm going to loiter until there are no visible guards. And then I'm going to take Kamek and Chandra and sneak in.
Okay. And you sneak right in. And when you enter into the house, actually, no, the door is locked.
Ooh.
That's a problem. Are there any ground floor windows?
There are.
Can I try one of the windows? See if I can shimmy it open?
They don't open up.
I need to invest in some lockpicks. This place had a back door, right? If I remember correctly.
It did indeed have a back door.
Okay, I'm going to go around to the back and try the back door.
Back door is locked.
Okay, I'm going to take my short sword and try and use it like a pry bar and pry open the door.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a... Are you trying to do it to where it causes less damage, or are you just trying to get it open?
Just trying to get it open.
Give me a strength check.
That's not bad. It's a 15.
15? This door is sturdy. Like you get the sword in there and you start trying to pry it open and it is not budging. You feel that if you put any more pressure on the sword, you're going to break the blade.
I don't want to do that. That's my arcane focus. Well, it's in the handle, but still. Okay. Man, why did I have to bring the small people with me?
Chandra's like, are you trying to break into someone's home?
Technically, yes, but it is abandoned. It's a home, and it's not mine, and I'm trying to break in, but nobody lives here.
But why?
Well, the Inquisition is in town. Do you know what the Inquisition is?
Those nice looking guards?
Yes. Well, looks can often be deceiving. They do work for the church.
Are they bad guys?
They can be. I'm sure there are some good ones, like Lord Alistair. Not that he's part of the Inquisition, but the Inquisition is kind of... how do I put this? Do you know what a hitman is? An assassin.
Thank you for clarifying, because I was about to roll an intelligence check if she just thought a hitman was like what Alistair did and just punches people.
Technically not incorrect.
Yes, I know what an assassin is. Are they assassins?
They can be. The Inquisition is not discriminatory in who they eliminate should someone be standing in their way.
Well, I mean,
And
to be
sometimes
fair, that's what your group seems to do. You're not really discriminating against anything when you kill them.
I helped you, didn't I?
Yes, but then you killed that giant thing.
Well, it sort of attacked us first, but that's not what I'm getting at. The Inquisition, they are ruthless, and I believe them to be quite corrupt as well. The orders that they're given, I don't think they question them when they should.
But why are you hiding? Are they looking for you? You a bad person?
I don't think so. But
I'm trying not to bust up laughing here.
I am a unique person. You saw the wings, right? I hide them when I'm in town because that is something that the church would be very interested in, and I don't want them to know about it.
They would kill you if you had wings?
I wouldn't put it past them. That's
mean.
Yes, I agree.
So we have to break into the house to be safe.
Yes. This is kind of my fault, but I left some magic active on my door back at our normal inn rooms, and my fear is the Inquisition will be able to detect that and know that we were staying there. So this is like a safe house for us.
Do you have... Can I have your water skin?
Yeah, sure. Are you thirsty? Here you go.
She takes it and... Yeah, that should be enough. And she starts pouring the water out, like around the doorstep. And she's like, okay, I'll be right back. And you see her dive into like the puddle of water. And there's just like this ripple as you can see the water now sliding underneath the door itself.
Does she have meld into water?
And then a moment later, you hear the door unlock and she just pushes it open.
Well, that's a neat trick.
She kind of like starts doing this. As you can see, there's like a bit of dirt now like caked to her face. And like she's like now like completely filthy.
Witch! A witch! Burn her!
Like, oh, I forgot it tracks the dirt and the mud and everything that it touches. Hopefully this place has a bath.
Hopefully. Thank you for that. I will let myself and Kemek in and close and lock the door behind us. And I will advise Kemek and Chandra to just kind of stay in the dark in here with me for the time being, and hope that the rest of the group will come to the realization that I've gone here.
And as you say that and you're looking at her, you see her eyes just light up.
What are you doing?
What do you mean what I'm doing?
Your eyes have...
Oh, yeah. See, my eyes light up when I'm in really dark places so I can see.
Oh. Well, I wish mine did that. Can't see anything in the dark.
Well, I can...
This is dark vision.
I can see everything.
That's good. You don't see anything suspicious in here, do you?
Well, all the bookshelves are bare, and it's like everything's been tussled about a little bit, but it seems fine.
Okay, good. Because I forgot to mention this place used to be haunted, but I'm sure it's fine now. So we're gonna stay here.
There are ghosts here?
Well, they were more
I can talk to
shoved
ghosts.
into dolls. You can
What?
I can talk to ghosts.
I love this kid.
Like, real ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. I didn't know that was a trait of your people.
Oh, it's not. It's because I've died before.
I see. But you're okay now, right?
Mm-hmm. I can just
Except for the whole talking to ghosts.
I can just talk to ghosts. Not dead bodies though, only ghosts.
Interesting. You know, I think you and Nalani have some things in common. You know, she can punch ghosts.
But why would you punch ghosts? Ghosts are nice.
I'm sure there's a mean ghost or two out there somewhere.
I haven't met one.
Well, that's good. I hope you never do meet one.
Yeah. So, since Zoro said it in chat, you do see Chemic's eyes sort of lighting up as well.
Right. So I feel like it is important.
Everybody be stealth. Eyes light up.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's important to remind everyone that when we use arcane magic, it sends out a bit of a pulse. And if the Inquisition is around, they might have people that can feel that. So we should just hang out here quietly in the dark until the rest of our companions arrive.
So none of us know where you went.
Can I take a bath, Del?
Sure, that would be fine. I'll come with you. We shouldn't.
Oh no,
be
it's
alone.
fine. It's fine. There's no
I'm
ghosts
not-
here.
Well,
And she kind of just starts walking off, full confidence.
if any dolls try and speak to you, let me know.
She kind of looks back and just shrugs, and you can hear her walking upstairs.
That's where I'm gonna be, hoping that my companions do at some point come to the realization that we've gone to the abandoned house.
So what are the rest of the companions doing?
I was
I'm
going
gonna
to
meet with the Inquisition.
follow Alistair to make our report. But at least there's a representative from our group other than Alistair.
What about the rest of you?
Probably should go with them.
Yuriko's taken a liking to the horses. She's going to go to the stable master and make sure the horses get checked in.
And the stable master just like, he sort of just like waves you off as of like, don't tell me how to do my job.
I mean, she's not going to tell him how to do his job. I mean, but you know, she wants to make sure the horses get back to him.
Well, yeah, they're
in one piece.
well, yeah, that I assume that's where you guys took the cart, was back to the stables instead of just
Yeah.
parking it in the middle of town and leaving it like a bunch of degenerates.
They did the
We
last
did
time.
this Red Dead Redemption style. We just abandon the horses everywhere. And no, we don't just abandon them. We
As
take them to the stables.
as you're riding the cart, you just jump out in mid motion,
Yep.
God.
just ghost ride it.
Woo. Done with this cart.
Next car.
But yeah, after the stable, she needs to relax. So she's probably going to head to the hookah joint and basically just, you know, have some hookah until she's ready to go to bed.
Okay.
Because if Den Mother and Lady White and whoever this Inquisition lady are having like some sort of powwow, we're either gonna not be able to talk to them until that bullshit's done, or we don't want to be anywhere near them until that bullshit's done.
Okay. And what about so Azure Claw's going with them as well?
Yeah, just don't need to get randomly cornered by people asking questions.
What about Kunkaval?
Kunkaval is probably going to. I mean,
Randomly appear behind Mia as she's talking.
yeah, I mean, that's his thing.
So just Kunkaval's in the house. He just hasn't really announced himself.
Eyes light up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Mia just hears behind her, and she just has a heart attack.
Oh my god. Please, please do that. Please.
Oh.
God damn.
Hold on.
Wait, we do have someone in the bath right now. Crap, come on.
Now I can never get Kunkaval out of my head as a sex phone operator. What are you wearing?
Oh god. Thank
Death-
you, that will not exit my head now.
Death stalks on flappy
Let's
feet.
not. No, he's probably just going to go back to his room and what time of day is it right now?
It's night. Like it's
Night?
taken
Yeah,
it's
he's
taken the
probably-
full day to get back.
Yeah, he's gonna go to his room and curl up by the fire.
Okay. And Etrin, it will accompany the rest of you to the meeting with Den Mother and the Inquisition. So where are you going to meet them?
Wherever they're at.
And following Al. He knows how to do these things, right?
I sure hope so.
Okay. So you head to the guild hall after getting a bit of information. That's where they're at right now. And you can hear that there is sort of a conversation going on between the three of them in Den Mother's office. Doors are shut and they seem to be talking about what exactly to do with this tower and how it came about. You can hear Den Mother trying her best to persuade persuade the leader of the Inquisition that she has no idea how this tower came about. Just it was there one day and all hell has started to break loose around the town because of it. You do hear that she mentions that she sent a couple of you out to investigate and hopes to hear back from you soon.
I'm gonna go ahead and just knock on the door.
Yes.
I'm gonna open it up and go on in.
And as you do, like all of them stand up, a bit of a relieved smile comes across Den Mother's face. Oh, wonderful. I was wondering when you would come back. Not everyone is here. I assume everyone made it back in one piece.
Yeah. Took
Good.
care of that problem that we had.
Close the door behind you, please. We have much to discuss.
Very well.
The leader of the Inquisition sort of stands up and walks over to Alistair, kind of gives him a bow.
I'll bow back.
It's good to see that you're here, Alistair. I was wondering who exactly the church sent to deal with the White Mane problem, or the White Claw problem. Good to see that they chose correctly.
Well, it's great to see you too.
And she looks at the rest of you. Huh. New faces, Esme. And she kind of points up a finger. She's like, not the real name. Sorry. I assume introductions are in order. And in front of you stands a half elven woman, maybe about 5'4", dark skin, short cut, black hair, in a very heavy looking set of plate mail. I am Inquisitor Lisa Breton. High Inquisitor, I guess I should say. I oversee all operations and executions under the banner of the Inquisition of Light. Unfortunately, dark times have brought us together. I wish this was more of a social gathering. Get to know one another more before we delve right into business, but with the sudden rising of this dark tower so close to Madtown, pleasantries are not something that can be afforded at this time. Please give us the details of your mission. Any information that you have on this tower or things that seem to be spawning from it would be greatly appreciated.
Well, we seem to get there. Took a little bit to find what was his name? Greymane? Whitemane?
White Claw.
White Claw. I don't know why. White Claw. Seemed to have lost it.
Lost it how?
Like multi-personality, and eventually turned into a weird, what was it, a triple-headed dragon? Werewolf? Wolf
A
thing?
three-headed werewolf.
A three-headed werewolf. That was a trip. Well, we took care of him. Let's see here. Couple of the companions of mine seem to have find these weird contraption-like creatures in the forest. We got away from them, and we were leaving this forest area, and there's like a type of milky white dome over it, like some kind of time distortion.
Time distortion, you say?
Yeah.
We did witness the dome forming.
Yeah.
What of the beings inside the forest? How do they seem to fare?
There was apparently there was an ancient what was it called? An Abeloth? Dang it, I'm not good with names.
Aboleth?
Aboleth. Thank you. There was an ancient Aboleth that just died. There was apparently a long, slender, half snake, half humanoid, and just metal contraptions in the forest.
Half snake, half humanoid. You speak of a Yanti.
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah.
That is not something that is too odd for the area. And what of the people of Miller's Toll? This plague that was sort of reported.
Apparently they left the area, went north.
Left the area went north with the plague.
Apparently the plague was gone. We don't know how it was gone. It was just gone.
So the plague is gone. The distortion field is around the forest, and there are strange creatures inside of it.
Pretty much, yeah.
She sort of looks to the rest of you. Is there anything the rest of you would like to add to his reports?
That sums it up.
Sounds correct.
And what of this tower? What information do you have on that?
That's new to us. What is this tower?
Do not go under gate. or over gate 2.
Well, what is wrong with the gates?
Stabs anything trying to go under or over.
That is good information. Thank you. Is there anything else you were able to gather from it?
Nothing else. We couldn't get that close because of the gate.
Strange howling noise.
What was that?
Howling.
I have a performance check for this. One moment.
Oh yeah, because you can mimic. Are you mimicking the werewolf howl? Or the howl that was coming from inside the tower?
The howl that came from inside the tower.
Oh, okay.
Apparently really good accuracy on a 22.
That's pretty good. The three of them sort of like look at one another and they just kind of shrug. I don't believe any of us have heard anything with that voice before.
I look over at Nalani. Was that correct?
That sounded accurate. I will also say that if you do have anyone impaled by that gate, if you're trying to remove the stakes, make sure they have some formidability against the cold.
Cold?
It seemed to emanate very cold energy when I grabbed hold of it.
So cold and impales anything that goes or tries to go over or under it. Formidable defense. Well, that will save us numerous lives, if not numerous spell slots for our healers to repair that such damage. Well, I guess we should bring you into the fold as to what our next plans are. We are planning a full-on assault onto the tower. Whatever is there needs to be taken care of, needs to be brought down before any more of this darkness can spread. We have already started seeing negative effects in Morning Glory itself. The church's power is waning. Influence-wise, it's fine, but the power of our own clerics seems to be weakening. This seems to be a threat not only to ourselves, but to our God. I would hope, as conscripts of this guild, that you would lend us your strength in this matter.
Well, I mean, I'll definitely help whenever I can.
She sort of smiles over to you. Thank you, Alistair. Your dedication to the church is a welcome relief in this time.
The church wants to help my people. I don't see why I can't return the favor.
What of the rest of you?
I go where the rest go.
Well, then I thank you very much for your aid. Now, I understand that there are those of you who are not present. Do you speak for them as well?
I do not. We would have to have a talk with them.
Please do so with much haste.
Very well.
We plan to mount our assault in the next 2 days. Den Mother kind of like looks over at all of you. Good work on the Miller's Toll incident. I'll make sure that the payments are sent to your rooms. And Lady White sort of looks over to Nalani. How is Mia doing? Any flare-ups from her sickness?
Nope.
Good.
No more instances.
Looks like the potions that we gave her seem to work. That's one less issue that I have to worry about. Give her my best, please.
Will do.
Dead Mother kind of motions for the rest of you to leave the room as they continue their discussion.
Yep. Not staying there longer than I have to.
Yep.
No, we can leave that.
When we get back outside, is there a way for me to track where Mia and the others went?
Did Mia tell everyone where she was going?
No. Because initially she said she was just gonna find different rooms. Because I didn't realize there was only one tavern or one inn in this place. But I mean, if it's snowy out, then look
That's
for
what
the
I
goblin
assumed.
footprints.
Go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage because you know what Chemic's feet look like.
Thank goodness for the advantage, because one of those was an natural 1, but the other one was an 18, so a total of 20.
You're able to find a set of small goblin footprints leading off to the west a bit, and then sort of going towards the front of the door and then going around the back of the door or the back of the house as well.
One of you can find Kunkavala and Yuriko. I'm not sure where they went, but I have Kimek went to the abandoned house with 2 others, so I don't see their tracks.
I guess I could.
Okay.
Or leave him to find them, and I'm going to knock on the back door of the house where it seems like footprints in together.
And that, as you and Chemic are standing just like in the darkness, trying to keep as much sound down as possible, you do hear a very heavy knock on the back door.
I will slink my way to the back, and if there's like a window that overlooks the backyard area, I will peek through, see who is at the door.
And you kind of like move the little drape of like the door where like the little back door window's at, and you see Nolani standing there.
I quickly unlock and open the door and usher her inside.
I was gathering the others, but it seems we have a decision to make on where to go next. The Inquisition has requested our aid on their tower assault.
They're what?
They plan to assault the tower. 2 days?
They plan to, what, kill themselves? Is that what they're doing? That's what I'm hearing.
They're upset because apparently their clerics are losing power.
Oh dear, the Inquisition's upset.
Al has promised his aid. I have also promised mine. My people owe them a great debt.
You promised to help the Inquisition?
For myself, not for you.
I won't claim to understand your reasoning, but if you have it, so be it. So, what, you and Lord Alistair are going to join them on their assault? Is that what I'm hearing?
At least find a way to aid them on their assault. Not something I'm willing to kill myself over. Like I said, we owe them a debt.
Power is most likely bad for all of us.
And as you once pointed out, we are responsible.
Yes, we are a little bit responsible.
We
If
is a
tower
very light
gone,
term.
Inquisition might be more relaxed once tower is gone.
I agree. That tower is clearly what's drawn them here, and no tower, no Inquisition. However, working with them in any degree is very dangerous.
I am not a magic user. There's not much danger to myself, but I understand for those of you that are.
Yes, well, it's not just that makes it dangerous. The Inquisition, the Church, the present-day Church, has a habit of using what they can from someone and discarding the rest. My concern is for your safety, regardless of your capabilities. I don't want to see you chewed up and spat out by the Church like so many before you.
Neither do I. Which is why I will make a counterpoint to my own opinion, which would be, if we leave the tower, we at least know where the Inquisition is.
True. Well, when the rest of the group joins us, I think we should all talk about it. Chandra is off having a bath. Did you know she could speak to dead people, ghosts? Very bizarre. Apparently she's been dead before.
She's been
Not surprising.
dead before.
Mm-hmm. But she's fine now.
You sure it's her soul in her own body?
I'm not really sure of anything about anyone at this point.
And as you're
That's what I was afraid
as
of.
you're talking, you hear a very audible like not screech but squeak coming down the staircase as you see Chantra sort of like sliding down the banister.
Well, at least she's enjoying herself.
Is there a reason we're sitting here in the pitch black?
I didn't want to attract any attention by turning on lights. And apparently everyone but me has glowing eyes that allows them to see in the dark. So it was really just a problem for me.
Well, I don't see too well in the dark myself.
I can make lights if you want.
Can you make small lights? Something that maybe won't shine too brightly through the windows.
She walks over and she just grabs a couple candles off like the countertop and just starts lighting them.
Fair.
Yeah, candles will work.
Also, our payment's being sent to our rooms.
Oh, right.
We may
Payment.
want to retrieve that.
Yes, well, I think once we're all together, perhaps someone can go and check out the inn, see if it's crawling with Inquisition, and if it's not, then it might be safe to return there. I would just, get a different room from the one I was previously staying in.
Hey, Mick and I have an extra room. I'm sure you can use that.
Did you ever fix room?
No. No, I didn't. And I left my ward up on the door, but I did leave the door open and I told them about it, so it shouldn't have been a problem.
Isn't that door registered to your name?
Yes. That's why I'm here and not there.
Well, worst case scenario, we can send Alan to get our reward. I don't seem to bother him.
Yes, it is quite handy to have someone like him on the team, I will admit.
So, Alistair,
Yes.
as you go back to retrieve Kunkaval and Yuriko, where are you heading?
I'm gonna be really honest. I don't think I remembered Yuriko or anyone saying where they were going, except that Mia was like, going somewhere else. So I want to say maybe towards the end, maybe I can
Okay.
find Yuriko
Well,
or Kunkavo.
her exact words were, "I'm going to find another inn." The question is, do you know enough about the place to realize there isn't a second inn?
Well, no, he knows that they're at
Oh, yeah.
that they're at the abandoned house now. He was just going back to get Kukaval and Rose.
Yeah. So my best guess is to go to the end. If they're not there, then I don't know, the bar if it's open.
Okay.
I don't even know.
So give me an investigation roll.
Sure, I can do that at least. Where is my investigation? It is garbage. Come on. That is not bad. 18 straight.
18. So as you walk in to the inn, you're told that the lady behind the desk lets you know that your little gecko friend has returned and he's up in his room if you need him.
Okay.
And apologize to your friend Mia. One of her employees has shut her door.
Okay. I will do that. Did anything happen?
Oh no, it's been rather quiet. You know, a couple Inquisition knights have taken up housing here, but it's all business as usual.
All right. Did you happen to see Yuriko or not yet?
I have not seen hide nor hair of Yuriko since you've left, dear.
Very well. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go find Kunkaval. I'm gonna tell her thank you, and I'm gonna find Kunkaval and let me know to go meet up at the abandoned house.
Okay, so as you climb the stairs, you notice that as you're walking down the hall, you notice that the room to your suite is partially open. And there seems to be a light coming from the other side. Candlelight, not magical light.
I am going to try and stealth my way towards my suite and see what I can do to peek in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Sure. 22.
You're able to like move around the loose boards that would normally squeak. You've been here enough. You've like sort of memorized them, and you make it to like your door without an issue, and you push it in barely. And you can see that there's an individual sitting at one of the little side tables, just leaning back in the chair, just sort of rocking.
Are they facing away from me or facing towards the door?
They are facing away from you.
Do I have... Wait a sec here. You know, stupid enough, I do not have a knife on me.
Well, you're a monk. I wouldn't really suspect you have a knife.
Yeah, that's true.
Your hands are the only weapons you need.
Pretty much.
I mean, if you knife hands it, you kind of have a knife.
I mean, I
Plus-
could do that knife
Plus you're
hand.
Dragonborn, so you got claws.
You do have claws.
I want to try and see if I can sneak up behind them, not to hurt them, but just to be like, what are you doing inside my room?
Right, and, like you get in like 3 steps into the room, and the individual turns around and faces you. Were you born in the barn? Shut the door.
Without questioning it, shutting the door.
And sitting in the chair like across from you is a very well-dressed blue tiefling.
Hey, it's blue.
And that is where we will end for tonight. We're going to end a little bit early tonight.
What this guy wants.
What's that?
I want to know what this guy wants.
I mean, it is a good question. What does Mr. Blue want? What is Mr. Blue's connection with him?
Always wants something.
I can't remember. Did Yuriko meet Blue yet?
None of you have technically met Blue because we not really retconned it, but did like a little like that was all in your mind type thing.
Yep.
Ah, gotcha.
But yeah, that is going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Upcoming later on this week, we have another episode of our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse campaign of Wayward Wanderers, DM'd by the ever magnificent Azarin. And then we will also be having another episode of Behold Lore on Saturday as well. I think.
Pre-taped, right?
Is it pre-taped?
I thought it was pre-taped.
I don't know.
It was not because Zoro was sick.
Ah,
Yes. So we will be back on Saturday for that. Crowden, are you joining us for that?
For this Saturday, I currently have no job, so yeah.
There you go. So looks like we will be able to have Groudon on as well on Saturday for our lore show. And then next week we'll pick everything back up on Monday with another episode of Mass Effect DM'd by Zoro. And then back here next week for another episode of Destiny Forged. But until then, thank you for tuning in, everyone, and we will see you on Saturday.